Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking the skincare brands that lied. Okay, I think as consumers, we're kind of all used to a little bit of exaggeration when it comes to marketing. Brands claiming that products can do X for our skin, when in reality, it's not actually going to come close. However, there's a huge difference between hyperbole and exaggeration, just out and out lying. And that's what I want to call out in today's video. I'm going to be sharing some of the brands that have just been caught out for their dishonesty. We're going to look at their response and whether we think any of them are worthy of a second chance. So sit back, relax, and let's expose some dishonest skincare brands. Now, as we jump into this, I do just want to call out a couple of things. First and foremost, when we talk second chances in this video, it all comes down to personal choice, and I would encourage you to all to leave your thoughts, feelings, and everything in the comments section below, because it's only you, the individual, that can decide whether a brand deserves a second chance. I can't tell you whether it's worthy of one or not. And I also want to say that this video was inspired by one that James Welsh did specifically around Tarte and calling out their use of filters in their poreless finish primer. I'm going to leave a link to that video down there because it's so funny and it's so definitely worth the watch. And it kind of inspired me to think, let's look at some of the other shady, dishonest skincare brands out there and let's just call them out for what they are. So, shall we cut the waffle, delve into some of these dishonest skincare brands? And I'm going to start off with one that quite a few of you are probably already aware of, and that is Sunday Riley. Now, Sunday Riley are a huge skincare brand, global phenomenon, and they had their issues, their lies and their deceit quite early on into their brand history. Their issue was they got their staff members and employees to write fake reviews on consumer websites promoting the benefits of the product. Now, okay, they're not the first brand in skincare history to have faked reviews. I know this kind of goes on a lot, which is why I always say take the reviews on brands' own websites with just a little bit of a pinch of salt. I always think there's more validity in those independent third-party sites and the reviews there than on some of the own brand websites, but that's just my personal take. I think where this became so deceitful, it was done on such a large scale. And a lot of employees have come out since to say they were bullied and almost forced into creating these reviews, which they knew was the wrong thing to do. After this, the brand came out and said they apologise in part, but they said they felt forced to do this because there were so many other fake negative reviews about their product from competitors out there on the market. No. Two wrongs do not make a right, and there was no actual evidence that their competitors were posting fake negative reviews of the brand, but they said that because this was happening, they had to counter with fake positive reviews. I don't follow that logic. However, they then did issue a full unreserved apology after that and has been entirely blemish free since. They've removed all of the fake reviews and did a full audit of them. And I think, enough time has passed for me personally to give them a second chance. I do think their skincare products are formulated really well, but I want to know in the comment section below, is it a case of once was enough for you and you won't buy from the brand again? Or are you looking past what could just have been issues with the start of the brand and now you're willing to give them a second chance and they've learned from the mistakes? Sound off in the comments section below. Now, shall we move on to Truly Organics? This is a brand which went viral and became super popular on the back of promoting organic skincare. In the last 5 years, organic, clean, natural, these are all words that have become super popular, really help to sell products. I don't necessarily buy into the whole clean, natural, organic vibes. I think there are some benefits to organic skincare and organic ingredients in skincare, but I don't think it's worth paying the extra price that some brands want to charge for it. Well, Truly Organics really capitalized on this, and they charged a bougie up their luxury price tag to get your hands on this carefully curated organic skincare. Except it was found to be neither organic or vegan, as the brand were also claiming. Tests showed that it contained honey and it also contained lactose, which meant it was in no way vegan, which the brand claimed and promoted. Also, there was no evidence that any of the ingredients in these products were certified as organic. We just had their word to say so, and they couldn't back it up when questioned. This led to the FTC over in the US fining them a huge amount for misleading and false advertising, and the brand just paid the fine and moved on. There was a little bit of an attempt at an apology, but really it wasn't enough. In my view, this is no way close to worthy of a second chance. The bare minimal apology given, without really, in my view, doing a whole lot to satisfy us, the consumer, that they've actually turned a corner and are going to be truthful with us going forward. This isn't a brand I'm ever going to reach for. I don't want to dismiss organic, clean, natural badges on skincare. All I'd say is if you do buy into those, if that's your purchasing ethos and you want those claims on your products, products, make sure there's something to substantiate it in the background. Is it certified by a reputable organization? What does clean actually mean? Read the description on the website of the brand and make sure that you fully understand what you're actually buying, because unfortunately we have to do that because of shady companies like Truly Organics taking us, the consumer, a ride for our coin. Totally unacceptable. Now, should we talk Herbivore? I think this is one you probably will be aware of because it did hit the headlines and a lot of people spoke about it, including myself on this channel, which I'll leave a link to the video I did up there. So Herbivore had a cult, viral, best-selling Bakuchiol serum. We all love a bit of Bakuchiol in our life. It's a plant alternative to retinol, which claims to be able to deliver all the great benefits in terms of anti-aging and smoothing the skin that retinol does, but without the side effects, the redness, the peeling, the irritation. I love Bakuchiol and I genuinely think it can add so much benefit if you include it in your skincare routine. However, for it to work, the products actually have to contain Bakuchiol, and the key issue and the lie here was that the Herbivore Bakuchiol serum was tested and found to contain 0 Bakuchiol. As a result, the brand did say, well, technically it doesn't contain Bakuchiol, but there is a plant derivative which is similar to Bakuchiol. It's just not the official name as licensed by the formulators of the Bakuchiol, which is a trademarked ingredient. No. If you're going to put Bakuchiol on the label, it has to include Bakuchiol, not a version of, not a slightly different variation, the actual ingredient you're advertising. So that was shady, that was totally wrong. So where does this leave me with Herbivore? Well, if I'm honest, I got such a bitter taste in my mouth when it comes to this. I just think if they can lie about the inclusion of an ingredient in one product, what's stopping them doing it in other products? I love so many of the brand's products, such as the Blue Tansy mask, that I think is great for the skin. But in the back of my mind, whenever I reach for their products, you just think, is this actually containing the ingredients that they say it is? Or is this just another one of the brand's lies? There hasn't been a wholesale change in management or direction or anything that really makes me think they might have turned a page, turned the corner, and might be more truthful in terms of their products going forward. And their apology was a little bit half-baked. They kind of half apologised for it, but then said technically it was kind of including it. No. Just own it, apologise, and move on. And they failed to do this. So no, I don't think I'll be giving Herbivore a second chance. Now, one brand that will be getting 0 second chances from me, and it baffles me that content creators, influencers and celebrities continue to promote them, is Mario Badescu. Mario Badescu is a brand which is super viral. Everyone seems to go mad for it, and you can't honestly escape Instagram or YouTube without a celebrity or content creator promoting this brand and their products. However, I think when it comes to shady, deceitful practices, Mario Badescu are actually the worst. So they were subject to a class action lawsuit a few years ago because they were found to find banned steroids in their products. Steroids, which were prescription strength for a reason, were included in the Mario Badescu range but not disclosed on the ingredients list. They didn't tell us, the consumer, they didn't tell the regulators, and it was only third-party independent testing which actually found the presence of these steroids in their products, which is what led to the class action lawsuit. Steroids can be fantastic, however there's so many side effects, which is why the vast majority of them are prescription only and need to be used under a licensed professional, because there's so many contraindications, there's so many things it can impact in terms of other medication and just the health and well-being of ourselves and our skin. It is absolutely inexcusable that these ingredients were added to products without disclosing it to regulators and the consumers. And Mario Badescu did nothing. They didn't apologise, they paid up, they took the steroids out and they moved on. They didn't notify the consumer, they didn't apologise, they did nothing. This actually made the whole situation worse because people that had used these products and said, oh my god, they were great for our skin, they worked so well, suddenly found that they were repurchasing the products that didn't have the steroids in, which led to steroid withdrawal in some cases, which can be so bad for the skin and actually lead to significant side effects and real damage to the skin. People are all of a sudden stunned as to why the products weren't working. Because actually, without the steroids, which should never have been in there, the products are pants. They're absolutely rubbish. There are so few beneficial ingredients in them. They're packed full of colorants, preservatives, packed full of fragrance and other things that just could irritate the skin. The whole line is trash and garbage, and without those steroids actually does nothing for your skin, which is why so many people were shocked when they removed quietly the steroids from it. They're like, oh, suddenly my holy grail is just not delivering anything. It's because they lied and they were deceitful from the start. And so there is 0 second chances. I don't think Mario Badescu have even acknowledged that what they were doing was wrong. They've just carried on selling regardless, and you've got some very big name A-list celebrities continuing to promote them, which shame on the celebrity for not doing their research, and shame on Mario Badescu for lying to us, the consumer, and actually really endangering our body and our skin health. Now, finally, we're going to end on a trend which seems to have exploded recently in the skincare world, which is brands declaring themselves as cruelty-free, when in fact, that's not strictly true. The two biggest proponents of this are CeraVe and Mary Kay. Both of these are big cosmetic and skincare brands, and they declare on their website, "We do not test on animals." Now, this is technically true. They don't test themselves on animals. However, any brand which sells into mainland China is required by law to have animal products submitted for animal testing to verify that they're safe for human use. This is a very outdated thing, and even China have admitted this isn't something they're going to be enforcing going forward, and they have got some opt-outs and some ways of getting around this. However, when it comes to CeraVe, Mary Kay, and so many other brands that say, we don't test on animals, they get around this by saying they as a brand don't, but in truth, they allow their products to be handed over for testing by third parties and governments in the case of China. Not strictly true, but you can't actually call them out for lying because the statement itself isn't false. I wanted to call this out in the video because I know cruelty-free and products not being tested on animals is so important to so many of you. And so I just want to call out that whilst these aren't technically lies, if you look at the actual words that are printed, there's more to it than meets the eye. So always make sure if you are looking for entirely cruelty-free skincare that you shop accredited. Go to PETA, go to some of the Leaping Bunny certification, and make sure that you're going with brands that have end-to-end cruelty-free. It's not just them, it's everything in the supply chain that matters as well. So there you have it, guys. Those brands that just can't help themselves, can't tell the truth. So what are your thoughts and feelings? Sound off in the comment section below. Share with me any other scandals and issues that you want to call out. I'm sure there's so many others I could mention. So sound off in the comment section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.